Welcome, citizen of the verse. ValSim here. I will take you on a journey through the vast expanse of Star Citizen and explore the new SRV ship and the illegal salvage cleanup missions, the only missions available for the SRV in patch 3.22. Is it worth to do those illegal salvage cleanup missions with the SRV? The answer is yes, because with the SRV you can do 4 or 5 illegal missions in 1 hour, and knowing that one mission is paying 250,000 alpha aUEC, you can easily make over 1 million alpha aUEC. In the end, I will show you some tips so that you can avoid the mistakes I did when testing the SRV with those illegal cleanup missions. Let's dive in. The SRV, which stands for Standard Recovery Vehicle, is one of the new ships introduced in Star Citizen in 2023. It's an industrial ship from Argo Astronautics and has the typical for all Argo ships orange color paint. It's a tugboat specializing in tugging cargo containers and ships using an integrated tractor beam. From freight and cargo towing to harrowing search and rescue operation, the SRV handles all of it. The bespoke tractor system utilizes an innovative plate and arm combination, allowing for effortless solo use as well as precision team towing for bigger jobs. The SRV can be used in a team operation with friends. As a solo play, for the moment, we have only the illegal cleanup missions around Yela, and now I will go more in details about those missions for a solo player. While we are taking off from Seraphim Station, one important note about the gear you should have. You do not need any specific gear. You do not need even a gear. Just put an undersuit and helmet. You must have a helmet, and the only extra that you must have is a weapon, simply like P8 is enough, and just 2 ammo for the P8 in case you will stay longer, but normally not necessary. When only with undersuit you cannot store food or drinks, so just put in your SRV some drinks and a spare helmet. On your way to Yela, or when you arrived in Yela, is the best time when you have to select the illegal salvage cleanup mission for your SRV. You can of course take the illegal cleanup mission also when at Seraphim Station, but by doing it when at Yela you are more efficient, since there is a timer of 60 minutes that is starting when you take the mission. You can do 2 illegal type of missions with the SRV. You go to Personal, Salvage, and you have to select the Hammerhead cleanup mission, which pays you 250,000 alpha aUEC. You can do of course also the Cutlass Black or Constellation Andromeda cleanup mission, which pays 80,000 alpha aUEC. You must concentrate however on the Hammerhead mission, and the 80,000 alpha aUEC mission should be just a backup plan in case there is no Hammerhead mission available. Keep in mind that everybody having a Reclaimer, SRV or a voucher is doing those missions now in patch 3.22, since those missions are the actual money maker. So it's good to have options and have 2 missions instead of 1. When you accepted the mission, you will see on the top that a 60-minute timer is starting. This is in theory the maximum time you have before the security will come. So it's enough time. You will see now that if everything goes without problems, even an average pilot like me can do the illegal salvage cleanup mission for the Hammerhead under 10 minutes or a little over 10 minutes. When you are doing the illegal cleanup missions with the Reclaimer or Vulture and you fracture the ship, you do not get a crime stat. However, when you are using the SRV and you have to tow the ship outside the zone, you will get a crime stat level 1, which you can clear once back at Seraphim Station, and the amount to pay is about 24,000 alpha aUEC. So, deducted from the 250,000 alpha aUEC that you just earned, it's okay, no problem. However, this is not very efficient. Can you tow the ship with your SRV without getting a crime stat? The answer is yes, you can, and the action is very simple and is valid for all ships in the illegal cleanup missions. You must enter the ship and sit on the pilot seat for a couple of seconds. Now we are heading over to the Hammerhead, and the Hammerhead has several entrance points. I selected to use the front one, which is on top of the pilot cockpit, since it's the shortest way to go to the pilot seat. It's totally okay also if you prefer and want to use another entrance or exit point. The important thing is that you have to sit on the pilot seat and not to lose a lot of time boarding the Hammerhead. Since you have to leave the SRV and board the Hammerhead, you will need the helmet on you, and that's why I told you earlier that it's good to put an extra helmet in the ship inventory. This way you will avoid situation when you arrived in front of the ship with your SRV and just realize that you cannot go out since no helmet available. I'm approaching the Hammerhead up to 85-90 meters and I'm ready to leave the SRV. So entering the Hammerhead from the front door, normally no issues here. Sometimes the last door, the one for the elevator, will not open directly when you are approaching. So you have to use one of the green pads situated from both sides of the door. I'm back in the SRV and now I'm doing the following steps, but you can find your way how to start towing the ship. Moving backwards until 140-160 meters away from the ship. Then turn the SRV 180 degrees. You should move the SRV until the ship marker comes in the middle top of your screen like now. Okay, a little bit you move and now is okay. Push F and select Enter Remote Turret in order to see the tractor beam. Move the SRV with the mouse to position the tractor beam in the middle of the Hammerhead and push the left button of the mouse, F4 to return in pilot view mode. When towing for the first time with the SRV, you must also select Flight Ready. This you need to do only before your first mission, not on the next missions on the same server. Before starting, do not forget to go to external camera view with F4 and to turn your camera view by 180 degrees so that you can see your SRV and the towing ship. This is very helpful later. So full throttle and keep an eye on the following data. The range should be in the green zone, but it's okay if it goes up. I try to keep the distance under 200 meters. I keep as maximum possible speed around 150-170 meters per second. Maybe you can go up with the speed. I feel comfortable at that speed, and in case of problem you have more time to react. Keep one straight line and avoid any even slight turns moves with the SRV. Switch between external view and normal view to check the position of the towing ship. Must be always aligned with the SRV in one straight line. Continue towing the ship on one straight line at the same speed and wait the contract to be completed. Depending on your position in the restricted zone, this could be very quick or take a little bit longer. Here I finished the contract just a few seconds above the mark of 10 minutes, but the most important is that you are paid 250,000 alpha UEC for a 10 minutes work. Congratulations. My conclusion as an average pilot is that the SRV offers to players like me a gameplay that do not involve dogfighting with ships, even NPCs, or first-person shooting missions. As a new player or average pilot, most probably you struggle like me to get the most interesting missions that are offering high amount of money just because your reputation is still very low. This could be frustrating. However, with patch 3.22, with the voucher and now with the SRV, you can have the illegal clean-up missions, which can offer you a decent amount of money by completing them, and this can allow you to save money and buy and test new ships, gear or weapons. Making 250,000 alpha UEC for about 10 minutes, it's a very good and profitable mission, and I hope that CIG will not remove those missions with the next patch. I even think that it will be even better to add more different missions which can be done only by using the SRV. This will open a completely new game loop which will benefit to many players. The run I just did was almost perfect, but this is not always the case, and now I will share with you some tips which will help you not to make the same mistakes I did when doing the cleanup missions with the SRV. Tip 1. Keep one straight line and avoid any even slight turns moves with the SRV. If you turn or move the position of the SRV, you will lose the control of the towing ship, and if it's a hammerhead, this will be even dangerous. Like you can see here, I tried to avoid a rock and turned my SRV, which completely changed the flying direction of the hammerhead, and I had to detach the ship from the SRV. What to do, you will ask, if there is a rock in front of you? I'm tempted to say, if it's in front and will most probably destroy your SRV, leave it to happens. It was not your lucky day. However, if you like more challenges, you can try to recover the hammerhead. I decided to try and to recover the hammerhead. This is just one way, and most probably there are more and different ways this to be done. In my case, I decided to follow the ship, overtake it, and move forward up to a distance of about 1000 meters, entering the remote turret view mode and wait the hammerhead to reach a distance of about 150 meters from the SRV. If you are not positioned well with your SRV, you have to move quickly and position it well. At 150 meters, I'm activating the tractor beam, returning to the pilot view, and as quickly as possible activating the full throttle to put the hammerhead behind the SRV in a straight line. Recovering the hammerhead was successful and the contract has been completed. By sitting on the pilot seat on the towing ship, the system will consider you as owner of the ship, so when you start towing the ship with the SRV, you will get this message asking you whether you want to press charges against yourself. Of course, you should not do that and therefore leave the message to disappear. Tip 3. If you are tempted to do also the 80,000 alpha UEC illegal cleanup missions with the SRV, you have also here to enter the ship and sit on the pilot's seat, however, not the following. For the Cutlass Black, no issues, since as you can see, the side and back doors are not there and you can enter and exit the ship without any problems. This is not the case with the constellation Andromeda. If you can enter the ship without any problems, when you want to exit, you will not be able to use and open any door, elevator or airlock. As you see, I'm trying all exit and no success. I'm stuck and cannot do much. However, there is an workout, and that's why in the beginning of this recording I mentioned that a weapon should be taken with you, like the P8, because by shooting on a door you will open it. A second solution could be a key binding you did on your keyboard to open all doors of a ship, so you can do that while you are sitting on the pilot seat. Tip 4. While towing the ship, do not reduce your speed. Never. You are reducing the speed of the SRV, but the hammerhead is still at full speed. The connection is not a fixed connection, so at that speed the hammerhead distance of 150 meters is nothing, and the hammerhead will catch you quickly and will certainly destroy you. Keep the speed and a straight line at all costs. I hope you liked my recording and learned something, which will help you complete your illegal salvage cleanup mission with the SRV in more easy and efficient way, and that you will enjoy using the SRV in future new game loops. If you liked what you saw, please push the button and subscribe to my channel. This is a new and small channel, so any additional support from you will be very much appreciated and will help develop the channel and allow me to continue making new recordings for you. Thank you. Patch 3.23 is expected to be live somewhere in February or March 2024. As always, I will try to cover as much as possible from this new content from the point of view of an average player in order to help you play Star Citizen in a much more easy and fun way. Hope to see you this year again. All the best. Take care.